We're going to take the band behind the toes. And make sure the toes are inside the band. And we're going to use this band to help us lower and get each vertebrae to take its turn on the mat. So inhale nice and deep. On the exhale, I start to the chin to the chest, the belly button's pushing back. And I'm going to pause right about here. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to inhale again. Out, exhale, tuck a little further. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, let's take it all the way down and draw those knees way in. So give it a little tug. If one, you put your hands on your shins. That gives you a better stretch. Good. Take the legs to parallel. Press the arms straight down to the mat so my elbows are bent. I'm going to push out from the tush and come in from the belly. Out, inhale out. Exhale in. Now you have some choices. You can keep your head on the mat. Or when you bring the legs back in, you can crunch up in a little ball. We can press that on an inhale. Reach long and strong. Come up from the belly. Feel the back of the legs pushing down to the floor as you press all the way out. Exhale in. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. Now you can keep your head lifted if you want. I'm going to press a little quicker. Out and come in. 7 and 6. That lower back cannot arch off that mat. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. And head goes down. If you feel any strain to your neck, look to one side of the room. And then to the other. Let's rock ourselves up. And our feet will be apart, about 6 bone width apart. And I'm going to slide my hands back until I can bring my arms up to parallel. So if I'm too far down here, I won't be able to lift them up. So I just come back far enough where I can have my arms parallel to the floor. So come forward more, yes. Now take the hand closest to me. I'm going to pull our thumb to our armpit, rotate, and bring it back out. Switch sides. Inhale to exhale. And your job is to not lean back, to feel like your chest is going through that door frame when you're rotating and pulling that elbow back. And I inhale to exhale. 1 more. Press the back of those legs firmly into that mat. Now stay facing straight ahead. Thumb to armpit. Pull it back. Press out. My core is pulling in and up. Keep my spine nice and tall. I inhale, I exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just 2 more. Pull it. 1 more. And then elbows point down, and we pull them back, and we stay here for a second. Flex those heels. Point the toes. Flex, and my core is still engaged. Flex. Shoulders are just draping onto that rib cage. Nice and tall. Sit bones are lighter on that mat. Let me go for 3. Give me 2 more. Here's 2. And here's 1. Take that band off. I'm going to take my hands now, shoulder width apart. Each knee will bend. I'm going to lower back down. Keep a little tension on your band. Tuck your tail, melt the shoulders. Slide those heels a little closer. And make sure your shoulders are on the mat. Tuck your pelvis. Your seat comes up first. Put it back down. Try that again. Scoop, tuck, inhale to exhale. Inhale, curl. Exhale, release. Now let's go into a full bridge with articulating up. Roll it up. Shoulders press down. And then we exhale as we lower vertebrae by vertebrae. And try that again. Tuck your tail. Inhale. Drive those heels through that mat. Exhale down. We're going to add on. As we lift up, the band's going to meet your legs. Hold here. Exhale all the air out. Now you may need to slide your hands a little further down. We'll see what happens. Press against that band. Bring your arms towards the mat and then release. I want a little bit more range of motion, so I'm going to slide my hands further down a little bit. I'm going to push down with my arms and then return them back up. My hips don't change. My belly's pulling in, my arms like beams of steel. Inhale to exhale. Do like those thighs are pressing up against that band as we push the arms down for 2 more. And 1 more. And then return the band back up as you lower back down. Now take your band into the thighs and lock those arms straight out. Make sure your wrists are straight. My fingertips are pointing forward. I'm going to drive my right knee through the band and put my foot back down. And then drive my left knee through the band. So as the knee comes forward, we'll exhale. Inhale down. Exhale. Another option. Curl the chin to your chest. Hold that there as we continue our marches. And if your head is lifted, you're up and over that top rib cage. Shoulders are relaxed. Beams of steel with those arms. No pressure in that neck. You got it. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more each leg. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Head down. Bring the arms all the way behind you and slide those legs out into a Pilates stance. Bring those arms straight up over your chest. All I want you to do is curl the chin to your chest and reach the band towards your toes. And then come back down. Keep the arms up over your chest, shoulders melted. Draw that chin to your chest. Inhale. To exhale. 2 more. Make sure we tuck that chin, then we curl up, and then we return back home. And last one. Hold it here. Draw the right knee through the band. Lift the opposite leg up to 45. Now I'm going to keep switching my knees, driving through the band. Watch the neck, watch the back. Let's add the breath. We'll inhale for a set and exhale for a set. Inhale. If it feels better, take the legs higher versus lower. Inhale for 2 and exhale. 1 more set. We inhale and we exhale and release. Take those arms behind you. The back is free to arch if it feels good. Good. And bring it all the way back in. Take that band against your thighs again. Let's take both legs into that band. Keep the head down or draw the eyes to your belly to where the base of the shoulder blade is left. I'm going to reach that band behind me. My legs go away. And then I come back and I press my knees through that band. I lengthen first, then I reach. I come to my thighs first, then I pull it in. First, I reach my legs long, then I bring my arms back. I bring my arms back onto my thighs, I drive my knees in. Inhale, to exhale, to inhale, to exhale. 1 more. Back is heavy, back is heavy. Inhale, exhale, and release. Take those arms up over your chest. Shoulders are melted. I want you to pull the band apart. Bring the band all the way to the top of the chest, and then bring it back up. The breath. We inhale, wrists are straight. Exhale. Now, as I pull my band down, let your knees drop towards me. Inhale, move with control. Exhale, back up. Other side. Inhale. To exhale. 1 more each side. I'm looking straight up at the ceiling. Arms are equally pulling apart that band. And I'm studying my spine. Twist each side. Bring it back up and hug those knees into your chest. So I'm going to fold my band in half. You can place your feet back down on the mat for a second. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to take my folded band behind my thighs. And I want them to be parallel to the floor, your band ends. So reach the arms long. So I'm not pulling in my elbows bent. My arms are long and they're hip height. Zip the legs up into a Pilates stance. If you prefer parallel, that's fine. So I'm going to take my right leg towards my band. My left leg will go towards me. I'm going to pulse 2 times. Come back up to center. Then my left leg will go into the band. My right leg comes towards me. Pulse, pulse, center. Right leg down, pulse, pulse, center. Left leg. Now you have the option to take the eyes to the belly. And we press in on hammock and come back up. And I switch those legs and I come back up. One more each side. Pause at the top. And now let's just do single scissors. 1, 1, 2. I'm going to exhale each time my leg comes up. Reach those fingertips longer. Stay strong on your arms, even if the leg is pushing against that band. 4, 4, 3. Good. 2 more. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. Pull the thighs towards you. Relax the shoulders. Look to one side if your neck just needs a little stretch. And then the other. Let's rock ourselves up. Use your core. Use your core. Separate that band. Open it back up. And place it behind the toes. We're going to continue on with the abs series with double straight leg lower lift. You can be in parallel with your feet, or you can be in a Pilates stance. I'm going to bring it back down. Draw your knees into your chest. Elbows go to the floor. Slowly zip up your legs. As they're going up, the core is going down. My elbows are right next to my side. My wrists are straight. Head down or head up. We're going to take it down with 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Lift up, pause. So don't feel like you're pushing out with your toes. Feel the back of the legs pressing down. Feel the glutes firing. Feel the belly. Now breathe. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. Up and over a little bit more because those shoulders are a little bit too heavy. Ah, there you go. And we inhale, 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 exhale. Lower, 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 lift. Just 2 more. You got this. 1, 2, 3. Bring it up. And 1 more. Down, down, down. Head down. Take your left foot out only. And put that left foot on the floor. Let's work for the glutes. Open up the hips. Okay. So my elbows stay the same. I'm going to press through my left foot. Press my right leg up. And then lower down. Press up. Lower down. There should be no pressure on that neck. Don't allow that left hamstring to cramp up. So make sure you're firing that glute for 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Can we hold this one up? I'm going to lower that leg and bring it back up. I'm going to lower my legs. I'm holding my bridge. I'm going to give you 1 more variation because I know you love these bridges tonight. I can tell. 3. I got a little smile out of you. 2. And 1. Lower your seat. Now let's try this. Let's lower our leg with our hips down. Bend the knee in and lift up the bridge. Press the leg out and down. Drive the knee in. Inhale down. Exhale, drive. How's that left hamstring? Mine's starting to talk to me. 2 more. Reach long. Drive that knee in strong. You are in control of that band. Woo! And release. Other leg comes in. Take the other foot out. Your hands in a little break. Let go of your band for a second. Stretch the fingers. Stretch the wrists. Okay. And you could do this without the band too if you prefer. Now, if you hold it way up here and you pull your elbows down, it's going to be much harder. So choose wisely how high you grab up there. Let me mention too, the opposite leg can be floating out. Make sure it's pressing into your central line. All right, are we ready? Here we go. I'm going to exhale up. Inhale down. Squeeze your booty. Those shoulders have to push down. The upper arm is pushing down. Good. 1 more. Don't be afraid to breathe. 2 more. And you have a choice. You can stay up in your bridge, Or you can lower down. We're still going to lower this leg. We're going to lower it and lift it. Inhale. Exhale. Belly's pulling in. You got to really focus on the belly working so the pelvis stays still and the hips stay in a straight line. I lost count. Let's just do 2 more. That feels like it should be 8. Keep that leg up, lower down. Now you can choose to keep all the way down the mat, or I lower my leg and I bend that knee in as I drive up in that bridge. I press long. Now watch that right leg. It can't be waffling all around. Keep pressing it into your center line. Press out, bend the knee, press out, lower, drive up. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. You've got this. And then lower down. 2 feet in your band. Rock yourself up. Okay. Let's do 1 more, and then we'll give the band a break with our hands. All right, so we're going to work a little bit of obliques here. So I got my band where I want it with my hands. I'm in this like teaser position, how we come up and we're in that diagonal. So I'm going to just steer towards me, but my hip didn't go with me. Then I'm going to come back and then lift. So I'm going to keep looking over that shoulder. I inhale back, exhale up. Inhale. So I want you squeezing this pocket right here. So it's not here, it's this side. So think of, I stretch it, I crunch it in. Good. And my arms are staying real straight, shoulders are melted. Take that leg you're twisting towards out of the band. So I don't have as much help. If you want another move, you could take that leg out and draw it in. Out, draw it in. We're just going to do 2 more here. Be careful with which version you choose to do. And then come back, put your foot in and sit up. And feel like you're almost arching your back. Okay. Arms are reaching long. I'm back here in my little teaser prep position. I'm going to twist the opposite direction. I'm going to come back an inch. Crunch in. Inhale back. Exhale in. Take your time. Make sure both butt cheeks are equally on that mat. You have to create the work. You've got to take that upper rib cage and crunch it down. If you want, the leg that you're twisting over can come out of your band, and you hold that and come up. Inhale. Exhale. No one said you had to do that version, right? And if you want to do 4 more with pressing that leg out, I'll press it out, squeeze it oblique in. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Center, 2 feet in, sit up. Nicely done. All right, so the flip of the band for a second. I want you to take these legs out like a diamond shape. I'm going to come back onto my forearms. This is not an opportunity to collapse either, by the way. So my shoulders are down, chest is open, belly is in. I'm going to squeeze my heels together, make sure I've got everything activating. I'm going to lift here, halfway down. So it's higher, halfway down. Lift, lower. I'm lifting from the core. I'm pressing into those heels. I actually feel a little bit coming from my glutes as well. So I got this diamond shape with my legs. I'm lifting it up and lowering it down. Now hold it here. Now my right leg is going to come down towards the mat, come back up. Same leg. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that belly in deeper, the harder it gets. 1 more. Now I'm going to add the left. Inhale down, good. Exhale up. Don't lose your posture. Don't forget to breathe. Good. We'll take both legs down, press through your hands, and reach forward towards your band. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Zip up those legs, zip up the spine. Press those legs out to the corners of your mat.
Reach it long, shoulders connected, press the back of the legs into your mat. We're going to inhale nice and tall. On the exhale, I draw my chin to my chest, and I start to slide my arms across the table. So my direction is forward, but my navel is pressing back. So I actually move my arms across that table. Suck your belly in, squeeze your butt cheeks, inhale up. On the exhale, reverse that, point your toes, C curve back, and eyes to the back. We're going to come back up, flex your feet, scoop and stack, inhale. Now take it forward, exhale, push that navel back, eyes to the belly button. Inhale, come up, don't feel that in your back. Exhale, chin to chest, point the toes, scoop, reach long. One more time with flexing, inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. Now, harder is holding myself like this and bringing a leg up. You can also bring a leg in. So you're going to pick, are you going straight leg or bent leg? But we're not going to change this. So I'm going to take it up, you pick. Okay, so left hand's got left ankle. My right hand's waiting. Bring the leg up. Yes, yes, you can rock. That's fine. Because this is just a prep to rock. So I want you to push the back of those legs into the hole in front of you. Stay out of your lower back. Scoop that belly. Melt your shoulders. Now, I'm going to let go with my right side. And let go with your left. Sit back up. And then take the fingers to the mat and reach them forward. That wasn't so bad. Grab onto your band. Stack your spine. And then bend your knees in so we can push behind our toes. All right, we're going to lay back and work on corkscrew. So bring it down, knees are in, elbows are down. I like to start with my knees way in first because that gets my back nice and heavy on my mat. I slowly zip up. I feel my inner thighs wrapping, connecting, my belly scooping, my sit bones wrapping. So relax the neck, keep the elbows heavy. Let's take our legs to the right. Circle down around to the left and hold center. Reverse. Inhale left, come down around, exhale right. And to the right. Inhale, push, 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 push. Exhale. To the left. Inhale. Press down, scoop that belly. Exhale. One more each direction. You're choosing how low to go. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Then one more. Inhale around and exhale. Now let's not circle. Let's just take our legs towards the right. Now my butt can come off the mat. My elbow can't. My shoulder shouldn't. Now bring myself back up. Nice thing to the opposite direction. The butt and hip can go with you, but the shoulder can't. Or the chest. Come back up. And when I inhale, reach it away. Exhale up, and last one. Inhale, reach it away. And exhale up. Straight arms, let's rock ourselves up as our legs go down to the mat. Take your time and release. Okay, let the band go. We're going to flip around into a quadruped position, hands and knees. So we're going to do a nice little stretch for that lower back. My shoulders over my wrists and my hips are in line with my knees. The crown of my head is nice and long. My sits bones are going to slide up the wall behind me. My eyes go up the wall in front of me. And then reverse that. Draw your chin to your chest, round the spine, and take your tail down towards the mat. And then we take those sits bones and slide them back up that wall, mount those shoulders, don't get cranky in the shoulders. And then we exhale all the air out. Good. Now bring it back to center, and I want you to wag your tail to the left, and then slide to the right. So my belly's pulling in, I'm taking my hips to one side, and swing them to the other. My shoulders are trying to stay still. I can feel my obliques firing. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And it's finished to the center and sit back in that child's pose, nice and rounded. So stay active in your powerhouse. I'm going to take my hands behind me and curl my fingertips to my wrists. Good. Okay, take the band and place it at the base of the armpit. Now, the further I hold up towards my body, the tighter that band's going to be, the harder it's going to be. So I'm going to go into a plank, and you're going to pick if you want a modified plank, which means you can even stay in this quadruped position. You can walk your knees back into a modified plank, or you're going to take your knees off the mat. I'm going to press my back into that band, which means my belly has got to be pulling up. I'm squeezing into my armpits to get the pressure off my shoulders. Good. I'm going to lower my knees back down. I'm going to reset. Nothing else moves. Inhale, nothing. Exhale, drive your heels back and take your knees off the mat. Beams of steel. Lower those hips a little bit more. Hips. Yep. Pull that belly in. Squeeze your armpits. Breathe. And then lower those knees. Just gently touch the mat. And again, drive the heels back. Pull the belly in. I want your whole back of your body pressing up against that ceiling. And then lower your knees. We're going to do just one more. Ready? Squeeze those armpits. Drive your belly in. Press into your band. Press into your band. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the knees forward. Release the band. I'm going to let it go so I can get my arms behind me and curl my fingertips to my wrist again. That felt good. Okay, so take the band towards the top edge of the mat. And we're going to come all the way down onto our front. Then I'm going to take my arms like a goalpost more, so not here where I usually do my swan prep. I'm going to be here. So I want you to press through the forearm and the hands. And I want the shoulders to connect to your back. Pull the belly in and just lift up the head and chest. You're choosing how far to come up. And you come back down. If you don't press through your hands, what are you lifting from, right? So you want to press through the hands, through those forearms, squeeze your seat gently. Yes. And then come back down. Anytime you want to get out of this position and stretch, go back into a child's pose. I'm going to lift up, shoulders glide down, and I come back. Now I want you to make a pillow with your hands. And the legs should be sits bone width apart. I feel both of my hips and my pelvis laying on the mat. My shoulders are relaxed. I want you to lift your right leg. And when you lift it, keep your hip, straight leg, yeah. But keep your hip on the mat and then come back down. Lift the left leg. Come back down. So it shouldn't be too high. I lift and I lower. And I lift and I lower. Toes are reaching long and I come down, my foot is flat. And I reach, belly still pulling in. And I lift. And give me one more. I lift. Good. Now bend the knees. And take your knees to the outside edges of your mat. My heels are connected. My shoulders are melted. My belly's scooping away from my mat. All right. So it's okay if you don't lift your thighs at all. But I want you to engage those glutes in that core. Try and lift those thighs up and then return. But I don't want you lifting your thighs up and the butt and the pelvis, right? So the hips stay down as I press and lift. You can even press through your arms and lift your head a little bit if that feels better. These aren't easy. Deep glutes. Relax those shoulders. 3 and 2. Last one and 1. Lengthen your legs to the edges of your mat. Press back into that child's pose. Like a nice wide stance, and my arms are reaching super long. Good. Give me an inhale.
expand the rib cage. Exhale, close it back in like an accordion. And inhale, and exhale. All right, so I want you to come onto your side. Now we're gonna play with this for a little bit and see what's gonna work for everybody here. All right, so harder is having my knees real close to me, so I'm gonna take my knees a little further out. I want you to take your top foot and lay it on the mat in front of your bottom foot, but I want your thighs to stay braided together. I'm gonna take my arms into a diagonal, so they're not parallel, they're not as wide as my mat. My back hand, this is my front hand, my back hand is further forward than my front hand. So we're gonna press through our hands, I'll go first, and you're gonna come up into this little upside down V. And all I want you to do from here is to think of a swan. And your head will go first, and you'll pull yourself back up, okay? So let me work with you again. Are you ready? So you're gonna push through your hands, and as you're lifting, just turn your torso to face the mat. Yeah! And you can choose to stay like this, or think of your belly button being like a magnet to your mat. And I'm gonna look up and arch my back. Yeah! Now pull your belly in, press through those hands and arms, lift back up. Let's go back down. We inhale down. Exhale. And I'll just do one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and bring my body back down. Okay, other side. How'd that go? How'd it feel? Just remember, you have to support. So it's not just about the arms, it's squeezing into your armpits, right? Shoulders down, belly pulling in, pressing off that mat. All right, so remember, it's hard. You can try it if you want your knees closer. I'm gonna take this route. So my top foot comes on the mat in front of my bottom foot. This arm, notice it's not close, it's like out here. All right, so my legs are braided. I have my little diagonal track. I'm gonna squeeze into my armpits, make sure your shoulders are connected, and I'm gonna push through my feet too. And I come up into this upside down V. My belly button's gonna lead first. It's gonna start to get heavier, heavier, heavier. I look up, eyes to belly, now pull yourself up. Inhale as you lower, eyes to belly, now breathe, exhale, use your core. Head between those arms. The head comes through. I look up. I come back. And my last one. Those legs are still braided, yes? I'm still squeezing into my armpits. I inhale, exhale, and bring it back down. Okay, do a little wrist release. So that was sort of a version of snake. Okay, let's do spine twist. We did a lot of bridges. We're not doing any more bridges tonight. Darn. Take that band behind the base of your armpit. And by the way, that one we just did is not easy. So give yourself a pat on the back. All right, so make sure your hair is not caught underneath that band. So I'm pinching it with my thumb and second finger. Now, if this is hurting your lower back, or if you're sitting like this, take the legs out, or bend them, or sit cross-legged, or sit on top of a ball, a pillow. Get my point? So if you're gonna be like this, you gotta have ear, shoulder, hip in a straight line. So I'm really flexing at that hip. My feet, the sides of my feet are glued together, and they're gonna stay still. I'm gonna reach my arms long in both directions. All right, make sure your wrists are straight and shoulders are heavy. I'm gonna inhale up taller, turn towards me on the exhale. 1, 2. Inhale, center. Exhale, 1, further 2. I'm bringing that water out of my rib cage. Good. Oh, the feet start to move a little bit. That means your hips are moving. You can't move those feet at all. 1, 2. Inhale, center. Exhale. And my head stays to my spine. I don't keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. And release. Okay, take that band out. We're going to come onto our side for some side lying.
exercises. So I'm going to start taking my band behind my top toes. So if my knees were stacked, the toes are on top, is where the band's going to go. I'm going to put both ends into that one hand, okay? So if it's my right foot that has the band, my left foot has the ends, and vice versa. All right, so I'm going to come down onto my forearm, and this is a two-hand grip, because I want this to be really strong. So my bottom leg is bent. Now this is really important. If you have any kind of issue going on here, take a play ball or a cushion, but once you lift it, this has to stay up, this stays connected. So I'm going to take my knee up towards the ceiling. If that's not cool for you, you can have your knee looking just like the bottom knee. You can't slouch. I'm going to push straight out from that hip and bend that knee back in. If I want to work harder, I hold this band and I'm almost pulling it this way as my leg is going that way. I need you to feel the glute, the core, armpits firing, press, and my foot is flexed. You got it. Press out, I come in. Press out, and I come in. Make sure we're not starting to get real heavy here. We're trying to keep that lifted, right? And 3, and 2, one more, and 1. Take those legs parallel. Now I'm going to lay down more, so I can either prop my head up or lay on my arm. But I want you to take your legs, I'm going to be slightly off my mat, and that's okay. But I want your legs to be angled forward. I'm going to take my fist, and it's either going to be against my navel or knuckles to the mat. I'm going to take my top leg, I'm going to rotate that kneecap to face the ceiling. No leaning back on that. I'm going to lift my leg up, fly as a feather. Now point the toes and get that heel on top of the other heel. I'm going to flex my foot up. Point here is where the work is, not on the up. Inhale up, exhale. So which way is slower, the up or the down? The down. So it's fly as a feather. Now work, work. Get that band longer, get your muscles longer and stronger. Make sure you've got your hips stacked and your shoulders stacked. Let's just do one more. Good, then take that foot parallel. Now all I want you to do is swing it forward. You choose how far you go. Lift it up, take it behind you, and swing back forward again without taking the hip with you. So here's the trick. Push your bottom leg down as you lift this leg up. Now let's reverse it. I open the hip, lift up, and come around. Inhale, push that bottom leg down when you're lifting up, and make sure you're firing that glute so you're out of your lower back. Bring it up, down, and then hold center. Now we're going to do tiny little circles, staying over top of that bottom leg. And feel your belly moving this leg more than your foot and your leg moving the leg. And let's reverse. So your belly is stirring that wet cement. Relax the shoulders. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Help yourself up, and we'll swing around to the other side. So we're going to put the band behind the other toes. How are we doing? Time flies, we're having fun. All right, so this is that 2 grip one. So my bottom leg is going to stay bent. I come onto my forearm. This has to be a nice long line, shoulder connected, 2-hand grip, knee to the ceiling. This bottom leg is active, pushing down. I want the same speed out, same speed in. Push from the tush. Come back in. So let's say this is agitating your lower back. You can simply do this here. Right? I'm going to try to come back up. Out. And in. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'm I'm gonna take my top leg long. I'm gonna come down to my side and prop my head up or lay it down, slide the other leg underneath it, and bring them forward. Here, my hand can either be against my navel or knuckles to the floor. Hip over hip, turn the top kneecap to the ceiling. Now push the bottom leg down, light as a feather. Now I exhale. I flex my foot, inhale up. Exhale, scoop the belly in and up as the leg goes down. Don't forget, keep active in that bottom leg. No cheating. Get that heel all the way on top of that other heel. 2 more. And 1 more. Now turn those toes towards the front. We're going to take that leg out, up, and around. Push that bottom leg down. 1 more this direction. Push it down, push it down, push it down. Makes a huge difference. Reverse. Lift up and around. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And now let's do those tiny circles, staying right over that bottom foot. Watch the shoulders. Squeeze the booty. Pull that belly in. Move from the belly. Move from the belly. And let's reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Bring it up. Those will work. Okay, check in with your body. Let go of that band. I'm going to do a little hug the knees into the chest. So I'm going to take it all the way down. I'm also going to do a quick little stretch for the hip flexors, glutes. So I'm going to take my knees a little further apart and drive them in towards my shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. Take the feet to the mat. I want you to take your right ankle, cross it over the left thigh, and push the knee away from you. Now, this is a big enough stretch to stay like this. Otherwise, I'm going to take my hands behind the left thigh and pull it towards me. Don't forget to breathe. If you need a bigger stretch, take your hands to your shin and drive it towards you. Take your left foot down. Cross the right leg further over the left leg. Take your arms out like a T. And use the weight of this right leg to pull the left leg towards the right edge of your mat. And you're going to look away from those legs and keep your shoulders heavy. Breathe. Bring it back around. And then uncrisscross and take the left ankle over that right quad and take that knee out away from you. You can stay just like this. So you take the hands behind the right thigh. Pull it towards you. Don't forget to breathe. Try to relax the shoulders. Bigger stretches to your shin. Take the foot back down. And continue crossing that right leg or left leg over the right. Open the arms like a T. Let the left leg pull your right leg to the left. And you're going to look towards your right. Keep the shoulders heavy. Keep the abs engaged. And then bring yourself back up. Good. Uncrisscross and rock yourself up. Okay. Let's go to that band. Nicely done. So the band goes behind those toes. You're so close. Home stretch, home stretch. So we're going to bring it back all the way down. Now, before my head touches, I'm going to hover my head and hover my feet. So here I'm going to hover. I want that lower back on the mat. Let the band help hold your head and chest up. Don't fight it. Now see if your eyes and toes, use the band, can come up to this V. Yep. Let the band help you because you're in your shoulders. And then roll it back down, hover. Now this time, try to keep your arms straight. So think of the arms pulling up your legs. Pull up your legs like puppet strings. Pull the legs up. Pull them up like puppet strings. Yeah. Watch the lower back. And roll back down. Tuck your booty. Get that lower back to touch the mat. Eyes just go to the nose, to the toes. Pull yourself up.
Inhale. Exhale. Hover. One more. Make sure the glutes are firing. Pressing long into your band. Yep. And then we bring it back down and hug the knees in, but keep the band behind those toes. Connect your heels. I want to do 6 frogs. Keep your head down. I want just the length of my legs out of the hips. 1. Bring it back in. Your back should stay the same here as it is here. I inhale and I exhale. I inhale and I exhale. 2 more. Last one. Good. And bring those legs straight up. Take your left leg out of the band, but connect the heels. Okay? I want you to take both ends and put them into your right hand because the right foot is where the band is. Pull the elbow down and just straighten your left arm. So we're going to take both legs down to 45, open them, and come back up. So I'm doing a circle. So I come down, I open the legs, come back up. Your belly has to stay pressing down. This should feel good to the hips. Core still working, glutes are still firing. Now reverse that. We're going to go open, circle, and lift up. And I inhale, connect, exhale, lift. 2 more. Keep your back heavy. Maybe your circles are smaller. Maybe you don't go as low. But connect those heels as soon as you can. All right, 1 in each hand. Put the left foot in. Take the right heel right beside it. Pull your left elbow down. The right arm stays next to your side. We're going to press down. The heels are still connected. Open equally. Glue those heels together again. There's like magnets there. Push down. My back is heavy. Be careful how low you go. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse. Open. Careful how low you go. How about those heels? Get them right in the center. Lift up. Inhale. Lift up. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. And release that band. Good. We're just going to rock side to side, hugging those knees in towards that chest. I want you to put the left foot down on your mat. 2 hands are on that right knee, or right shin, and I want you to pull the right knee closer as the left leg goes straight out. If you want more of a stretch, take that right knee towards the outside of that right shoulder, but keep that left hip pushing down. Yes. Good. Put the right foot on the mat. Keep that right knee bent. Now bring the left knee in. Now as I'm tugging it closer towards me, I slowly lengthen that right leg out. Good. Keep the belly heavy or relax those shoulders. If you'd like, take that knee towards the outside of that left shoulder as I reach my right leg longer. So slide the right knee back in. Put the left foot down. Arms to your side. I want you to tuck your tail and start to come up into that bridge. Hold it right here. Open everything up. Clasp your hands underneath your seat on your mat. And reach those knuckles towards your heels. Keep the core pulling in. Keep the glutes engaged. Reach the arms all the way behind you on your mat. Give me an inhale while you do that. And exhale, slowly articulate your spine down to the mat. Take your time. Breathe. Tuck. You got it. Hug it in. Rock yourself up. And we're going to finish with mermaid. So you're going to come onto the side. Ideal positioning are the legs are stacked. But if you're like this, I want you to separate the legs. I want you to be as tall as you can. So I'm grabbing onto my back shin. I zip this arm up. Palm faces you. We're going to inhale. My elbows soft here. Anchor down that butt cheek you're stretching away from. Exhale. Hold.
Take this little left, or my left, your right. Reach, press that heel and glute towards each other. Use your oblique here to bring yourself back up. Use this arm here as long as you need it. Hook on. Inhale, nice length. Don't sink. Length. Exhale, look straight ahead. Onto the forearm. Keep the butt cheek pressing down towards your floor. Bring it back up. Take your time. Take your time. Hands go behind you. Keep the legs glued together. Sweep them around. Here we are. Grab onto your top shin and zip it up. We inhale. Use this as leverage. I'm pushing this way as I'm going this way. Exhale. Hold. Do you find one way was easier than the other to hold up like that? For me, I feel stronger as I can hold this for 5 minutes. The other side, I was like, okay, let's hurry up and get out of the stretch. Breathe, exhale. Good. Forearm comes down, up and over, stretch, 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 stretch. Good. Back up. Excellent. We're going to turn to our feet. So we didn't do really any rocking. Well, you rocked a little bit. Let's do seal. So I have my hands together, and my knees are out on as wide as my frame. I bring my fingertips down to where my heels are, and my hands separate and go around the sides of my feet. Then I use my hands to pull my feet closer towards me. But I can't let my knees fall out. They're pressing in, my shoulders are down. So I'm going to draw my feet closer towards my seat, and I'm going to balance on my sits bones. So for once, I'm not staying heels connected, it's toes, heels are apart. So my heels don't touch at all. All I want you to do is separate the feet and tap them together. And it's tap, tap. So this little movement here is opening the hips. So you don't have to rock if you'd rather just stay like this. If you want to rock, we're going to do 3 quick taps of our toes. 1, 2, 3. Chin to chest. We rock back. Neck on the neck. 1, 2, 3. Rock up. Rock back. Hold balance. 1, 2, 3. Rock up. 1, 2, 3. Rock back. Gentle. 1, 2, 3. One more time. We'll rock it back. Inhale. Exhale. I'm just going to drop my feet down, grab onto my ankles, elbows go against my knees, and I'm going to push my knees down in a butterfly pose. Relax the shoulders. You can be close or far with your feet. The closer you are, the bigger the stretch. I'm going to take my hands over my toes, I wrap them around them, and I'm going to use that as leverage to pull my torso a little closer. You feel it in the inner thighs, hips. Stack your spine. Lengthen your legs straight out. Inhale, zip up. Now exhale, fold forward. Scoop the belly. Press the back of the legs to the mat. And reach whatever you can in front of you. And pull your torso once again closer to your legs. Breathe. Now just let your right knee get soft. So I just feel the stretch right now in that left hamstring. I'm going to push the right leg all the way down to soften my left knee and just feel that stretch in your right hamstring. Both legs are pressing down. Reach those arms out in front of you. Now, like in spine stretch, get your lower back against the wall. Squeeze the butt, drive the belly in, and start to stack that spine for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower those arms down. Sit cross-legged. Focus on your breath for a second. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And just give me one more. And let's add the arms this time. Let's sweep them up on an inhale. Now your spine is going to grow tall. Take the hands together. And as you lower back down, your spine does not lower down with you. We're staying nice and long. And you've made it. Wonderful. Okay. Thanks for joining me.
I'm sweating.
Yes, you're sweating. What?